and the participation of this particular private sector so that we can reach to all people in the tribal areas.
The local NGO Valsad Raktadaan Kendra, a stakeholder in the program, played a vital role in genesis of the initiative. When larger number of community members turned out positive for sickle cell gene in the Valsad area, Valsad Raktadaan Kendra initiated a large-scale screening program in villages, schools and colleges. Pre-marriage counseling including couples, awareness programs and management of the disease by providing drugs and other services at the doorsteps of tribals. All these facilities were provided without any charges. My interaction with the director of the NGO provided an insight of the activities.
Most of the patients are poor, economically poor, they are illiterate, and they will never go to the lab for diagnosis, because if you want to diagnose sickle cell, one has to come to the lab, give sample and test it. So by 1984, I must have screened more than 5,000–6,000 people with sickle cell anemia, and we thought, the like-minded people, we thought that we must have a big way to go for this sickle cell program. And in 1984, when we started Valsad Raktadaan Kendra, an NGO, we included sickle cell screening program in that trust. Since 1984, we have screened more than 350,000 people for sickle cell.
The Indian Red Cross Society at Ahmedabad is another dedicated NGO ably supporting the program in collaboration with the Government of Gujarat. Laboratory is equipped with precision instruments such as HPLC, cell counter, DNA extractor, real-time PCR and others which contribute towards mass screening of the target group. With my wide exposure and interactions with patients, counselors and experts, I experienced and realized that mass screening is the single most critical factor in prevention of the sickle cell disease. Hence, the Government of Gujarat has launched the massive screening initiative under the program for all 89 lakh tribal population of the state. As per target, the whole population will be screened by 2015 to provide required redressal. The uniqueness lies in its life cycle approach, that is, from newborn to all age groups.
The success that we have achieved in the entire sickle cell anemia control program is because of the training that we have provided to the grassroots workers to collect the samples, to take up the basic screening test, and also sensitizing them about the disease, sensitizing the community about the disease, and to tell them the basic issues that these patients face so that the treatment can be given in the proper manner. They understand the sensitivity of the issue, because when they themselves understand the sensitivity of the issue, then only they can tell it to others. Also, we have sensitized the private service providers so that they can also diagnose the sickle cell patients, and hitherto the sickle cell patients that used to get misdiagnosed, they are now diagnosed properly and they are referred to the appropriate facility for further treatment.
The performance output depicts the outstanding success and impact. Of more than 89 lakh tribal population, nearly 14,50,000 population was screened up to June 2011, in which approximately 11,000 were identified as sickle cell disease patients and 1.69 lakh were identified as sickle cell traits. All sickle cell disease patients have been put into the comprehensive care system, under which basic medications such as folic acid, painkillers, IV fluids and antibiotics etc. are provided to the patients with severe disease who are put on hydroxyurea therapy. Arrangements for the supply and transfusion of blood and blood products were also made. Sickle cell traits were provided counseling about their status and required care in lifestyle. Thousands of marriages between sicklers have been avoided, curtailing the incidence of the disease. Traits are given monthly quota of folic acid and painkillers for daily use without any charges. while visiting tribal areas of the state, a remarkable change in the whiff of air can be sensed easily.
નાનપણથી જ અમુક ઉંમર પછી અમુક એટલે 10-12 વર્ષનો થયો પછી શરીરમાં કંઈ ને કંઈ દુખાવો થાય આમ તેમ થયા જ કરે. આમ કરતાં કરતાં ઓછામાં ઓછા 30-35 વર્ષ થઈ ગયા. 30-35 વર્ષ થઈ ગયા એટલે અમે ડૉક્ટર લેબોરેટરી કરાવી. ડૉક્ટરની પાસે કેટલાક ડૉક્ટરની પાસે આજુબાજુ દવા કરાવી. દવા કરાવી છતાં પેલું ઇન્જેક્શન આપવાથી આરામ થઈ જાય ને પછી પાછું થાય, ઇન્જેક્શન આપવાથી પાછું થાય. આમ કરતાં પછી લેબોરેટરી કરાવી ઇટાલિયા સાહેબ પાસે. ઇટાલિયા સાહેબ એ લોકોએ નિદાનને એવું કહ્યું કે આ સિકલ સેલની અસર છે. ત્યારે પછી કીધું એણે 24 કલાકમાં જો તમે એમને એની આ રિપોર્ટ પછી વાંકલ સોલંકીને આપ્યું.
In recognition to the innovative approach, exemplary implementation and significant impact, the program was awarded with Prime Minister Award for the Excellence in Public Administration. However, the success saga still continues with the goal to prevent birth of sickle cell diseased child by 2020. Freedom from agony and anguish has brought cheers in the life of tribal people. The curse is tamed. As I proceed for my return journey, the smiles of tribal people become more vivid. The sun is rising high in the horizon.